Welcome, YouTubers, fans of live-action role-playing, my subscribers. I've had a couple people ask me now to show my LARPing home that I bring with me out here in Arizona. So you're looking at a bunch of sand and dirt in the backyard because this backyard is designed to be dry. Save water. Anyways, so the front doesn't look like very much. In fact, it just looks like that. I've got painter's poles holding up flags. And amazingly enough, when I set these up even higher than I have them right now, people look for those when they come to the LARP to see if I'm here. Because I guess a lot of people like my home. I don't know. Anyway, so let's go inside and take a peek at what we got going on here. So when you come inside, those wind chimes will make a nice little jingle, and you'll see, yeah, the corners aren't tight all the way, and that's okay because sometimes you need a little breeze. I've been working on this for about 5-6 years. There is a lot of things that I have collected, purchased, borrowed from. So I'm just going to give you a quick, yep, I got to repair some holes. The canopy's getting old. I've had this Walmart tent for probably 6 years now, so it's finally worn out. The chair there is representing the chair that I would normally have there. I had folding chairs. They rotted out and broke, so I threw them out. I have a Viking chair here that I made for a plot member, and I need to put, and I'm using it as a representation of how it would look if I had two of them in here. Now, if I do overnighting, I do actually have a bed that fits in here, a rollaway bed. So then the chair moves forward on either side, and then the bed goes in there, and I actually sleep inside this. And I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on here. Some of the things that I've done that'll make life easy. Yep, that is a TV tray. That is going to get replaced. This, which I made, will, being that it's small, made out of 2x4s and whatnot, and a little bit of nice birch lineal. I think that's 1x10 facing wood to give it a nice looking top. That, sadly enough, is covered up with stuff, but it's a nice piece of wood. Looks good anyways. And I want to build a secretary that they used to have like in the 30s, about this tall, maybe 5'6" in height, 5'7", and about maybe 3-4 feet wide. To represent, being that I am a calligrapher, and I am also part of starting a winery within game, so gotta have a little more space. So as you can see, yep, that is a shower curtain. If you get the real good gaudy ones that have all kinds of fancy designs and everything, they look pretty decent. A lot of people don't realize it. They think it's some kind of tapestry that I made or I sewed up, and I'm like, no, these are shower sheets, shower curtains. And I actually have shower hooks to hold them in place. Normally my armor does not sit here. This is armor I made. I'll do a video on that later maybe, if people like it. Normally my shield sits there. Okay, so basically my walls, yes, they are made out of king-size sheets. What am I using to hold them in place? Go to the dollar store and you get sheet holders. How these work in the real world is if this is the corner of your sheet where your mattress is, you put it here and you run it underneath the mattress, bring it out to the top, and you clip it there, and it keeps everything nice and taut. I'm using them in various ways to hold my tarps up. Now the thing is when you buy sheets, I got these all at Goodwill. These were like $2 a piece. This one and this one are twins. The white one here, brown one there, because I wanted something different besides white, because white was getting boring. And this other white one are all king size. So king size works pretty good at the top, things are fairly tight, especially if you pull them in. But I don't mind having these open like this because sometimes it gets a little hot in Arizona, and when the wind comes through, it's kind of nice. Of course, some of the players that I play with will attest that when the winds do come into Arizona, they do damage like this and move your whole canopy around. There's two ways to do this. Being that my canopy is sitting on a 12 by 15 tarp, I usually run a bungee cord or a tag along here to a 5-gallon bucket filled with water on each corner, or at least 2 corners of the tent, to help keep it fastened to the ground, if you will. So yeah, these are old bath mats. Make sure you don't throw them out because you can use them. So I have done here to give a little flash of color and to make things look a little more exciting. Here's some little tricks, pro tips, I guess, if you will. If you find a lamp that you think looks pretty cool, that's probably about 5 pounds. It's all steel. What you do is where the connection piece is, the light switch and the bulb connect, there's a little bolt or nut that you've got to unscrew. It's really thin. But if you're going to tear this off anyways, who cares? Get some good vice grips, crank that sucker off. What happens is this is what you're left with. This is what connects your light assembly to. Cut your cord because that plug-in piece won't fit through here. You cut that off, pull all that stuff off that you don't want, and then you take your candle, bore it out a little bit. This is threaded, and then you're going to just screw it back on there. It holds it in place, and if you happen to buy cheap candles like I do that are drippy, you can see how that one's kind of melted a little bit, but that are drippy, this will catch it pretty good, and then it looks kind of cool when it drips down. But it's heavy because it's a lamp, so it's not designed to fall over real easy. And I use them for candle because they work real well. Now this table here is a unique table. I got a bunch of damaged, once again, birch, and I put that on there, and then I used 2 by 10s, I believe that is, 2 by 4, 2 by 4, and I left all the damaged pieces on there to make it look rustic. Then I had some little doodads that are made out of oak. I chiseled out the square, glued them in place, and then, oh, one of the unique things about this table is these wooden dowels actually hold this piece and the other leg together. You squeeze this in hard enough, you can pull these dowels out with a hammer and a screwdriver through the bottom or the top, and this piece will slide right out of these 2 legs. So those are actually holding that table together. This I added to it because I thought it would add a little more ooh la la. This was like, I'm thinking $3-4 a lineal foot. So a lot of things that I've gotten here, you can get anywhere. Like this here. Yeah, that's what most people put salsa in. I had this base, and I said, oh, that's kind of a cool base. It had a globed, oval-shaped vase or whatever in it, and it broke. And so I kept this, got one of these. This, I don't remember where I got this from, but I kind of said, hey, that's kind of cool. And I got a glass at the dollar store, which I thought was cool. Put a little candle in it, tea light kind of deal. This came with another candle that I had purchased. Stuck it in there, and a lot of people come up to me and they go, isn't that a salsa dish thing? And I'm like, yeah, but it works, right? These I got at the Goodwill. These are coasters. They were like, I think they were like 50 cents each. And they work great when I want to drink. They sit right in there perfectly. And if the mug is bigger, it sits on the second shelf because it's 3-tiered. So, you know, there's things you can look for that you'd be surprised are there. Like these, this here is an actual, I think it was Michael's. And I stained it up, varnished it, and then I thought, why not actually take the leftover gilding material that I had and put it inside there to pizzazz it up. So that's actually 24 karat sheet gilding inside this little $5 wooden box that I fixed up to make look pretty. I've got a couple of them along here. I got one down there that I did. I redid all the stain work on it just to make it look a little bit nicer. So, you know, these are the weapons that I use. So yeah, you just look around, you find stuff and think how it'll work. It'll look nice. But eventually I want to do a batten board on the top, Bavarian style, and then paint stones at the bottom to make it look a whole lot better. Let's show you my flags. Okay, so when you get a king-size pillowcase, it's going to have this piece here that the pillow slides into. It's going to be sewn at one end, and then it's going to be like a loop. And then you have the king-size pillowcase. That's what these are. And then I just painted on the artwork and then slid it onto a painting pole, as you can see there. Add a little duct tape, and now I have flags that fly in the wind. This one's just a simple geometrical pattern. You got 3 diamonds, I don't know if you can see those, and then checkered flag at the end, just to give it a little something. This one here, again, is a knight's helm. Pause it. A knight's helm. You can kind of see there, and a sword. That's a pillowcase top. Well, you guys, this is my L.A.R.P home. Hope you enjoyed the video. Takes me about an hour, 40 minutes to set it up from start to finish. And then everything that I'm not using in game, yeah, you store in the back. Tra-la-fa-la-la. Always bring a small ladder with you. You never know when you're going to need it. And a hammer. But anyways, thanks guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I will talk at you in the next one.